I am part of the electrochem team, working as a team member in the sustainability programming department, as well as in looking at all other issues relating to compliance, licensing, and engagement with all stakeholders. So when it comes to our relationship with the public, and especially in relation to you, the media people, this is where you come to my department, together with Nana and all the people you see here. And so we are very happy that you organized yourself to come and visit us here. Because usually we get the situation where you have media interests in a particular sector, but you hardly get media people making the time to engage directly, to experience the situation and make judgments out of it. And that sometimes creates problems. So for you to gather, make time to visit and engage, for us is really an interesting experience. And we would want to open our doors all the time, not only today, but all the time to engage with us. Electrochem is big, as you know. So the team you see here, we are just a few of those representing Electrochem. We are here to present the story of Electrochem to you, the past, the present, and the future.
Every 6 to 7 years, no go muba. Lo kolojine ne wali, no jino ni wali. Ake muwe eba 6 to 7 years. Tani adabu ade ni woni meke wona me ayo. Ewo every 7 years ebe atabongo. Ewo adame fe ni yo fe ke game fe kadam do bi fe ameba na meba. Di omuwe eko. Kebo no ya tuni tumo ye eko ni obonyomu alono ko eko ba na muwe fi ye bi ebe ohun. Be o sankete o se be o ya tuni ku na kan wo fi ola ya until ni ake bi ene ba ha apente wo mo eba every 7 years je to mo season like 3-4 months ben we ba ni currently won fe ne 7 years alo 8 years dani mo eba ba until ni ake bi ene ba ha apente ni eba develop ni engineer no le you game engineer development I can say lo ni eba sale alo eke machines ke ni bi jemo ke ni bi ba omi then wo banake asoma ngo esa ni wo tashi ni wo me 7 years alo 8 years then wo ba mine shinoko ye ni cafe ngo ba anya ba e wo ni di Gadangme alo wo ni di Gadangme se wo boy investor fighting una ke first wa tashi 7 years be wo ba champion wo na ke it's no koni obanye wo fele da ke ewo wo ba ke no ene le be wo shin wo ha investor ni e ba fe ewo mo ko ni government ha le legal ni na ke ba fe obon mo fight ni no bi e wo na ke Gadangme men committee mo di ame shi start chemical bi e ame ho me na ka abe ni wo wanye wo fe ewo ame ho se na me insight Gadangme ake me na asante nyoni me na apenten me na go ko wo ka plan wo ba hani confusion Papa, two investors say, I'm a thing. Ni abele huna ke ni ake concession ha men enyo. Sometimes me bo la ke ni edaton ake ha bokome ni edaton ajame aha mene. The intake is only one. Any obana all raw material ye. You ke ba tuni e ko me penny. And so te process ni. E ko le time ni mi minta wonu bo ohia no ke ba fi. O mi ni wo ba fi. Esani mame ni bo town and we can with mofia moke a market mofia moke process e waka ke ha menyu no money baba e ba cha no eku because time ni nya no e ohia time ni bo ho hia mi hu mi hia e dey ba cha one channel ni ekeba e won no me fe fita he na kan magi issue eba ni pregnant woman ego wana o ba ko wo heavy market e wo appointing time na ka ele ba Gadangme ya hani mokogbo ani le ne ya tombe Gadangme ahe alo Gadangme ya tombe ye no ele mo fian mo asusu ni o ansa o ha o di o before the electrochem baba nobody electrochem baba. This is the bed of the lagoon. Kake lagoon e wo fen we ya ke o nobody nu yemi ni e machine shi lagoon ene wo fe achi apo e na ba shi apenti ni ete ni government ke IMC batabi e ni ame operate bi ene bibi e fe shi pon ni kan shi fen ni di lagoon e obon emi bote mo ke bo ni o ye ska ba ya he pump bo ya he ni ne and then obote lagoon eni e wone lagoon ne. This is the bed of the lagoon. Lagoon ete pan ne ken farming like farming ni afe moye ne ken so afe alo wo fe the lagoon e ba ton ene Sahara desert lagoon adan songo ake ha mo kome ake ha madan this is it. This is what Madam came to make. Ene ni Madam banina ona mancheme na menyeje o traditional council e ba talk lagoon ni ame kwe ake mini ya no ye ona wo lu wo yeje ni won kwe lagoon ne we ne lagoon yeje lo legbe lagoon
the Songor lagoon. And prior to electrochem coming here, the whole place was dried up, right? So how do we get water back into the Songor to restore it? You can see that what we see here, we are doing construction works, infrastructure works. We are building dikes across it. When we get to a destination where we are getting to, you will see that we mounted big pumps over there. And with those pumps, we've been able to channel the seawater and we pump it into the whole Songor. So that is what you see now. Now we have water all over the Songor lagoon. And it has restored the Songor. As we were coming, you see people doing their fishing activities. And this is the same brine that we use to produce salt. But we need the seawater to come. So once you put it into the Songor, it has to travel and find its way to wherever we need it to crystallize, which is our company where we have the crystallizing plants. But as we told you, we don't want to have the benefit alone. So around the concession, wherever communities are, we have built community ponds also for them to produce salt. And it's this same brine that we are giving them to produce salt. For you to produce proper salt, you need a brine to travel. The scientists will tell you that the seawater that is coming in, it contains sodium chloride, but it also contains calcium and magnesium salt. How do you get your pure sodium chloride? The water has to travel over some distance, and as it's traveling, you have your calcium and magnesium dropping behind. So by the time it travels to where you are forming your salt, you have pure sodium chloride. That's the best way to do salt. And you can only achieve that if you put in the seawater into the Songor and then you let it travel to wherever you need to get it to. So this is very essential for good salt production, and it also helps us to restore the community's livelihood. By putting in water, they get to do their fishing. So from here, we'll go to where we do the intake, where the sea comes in, and then we pump it into the Songor lagoon. But this will give you some context. So if you look far ahead, you will see that we have tipper trucks, excavators working, building dikes within the Songor. All of this helps us to channel the water in an efficient manner to produce our salt.
Currently, we are at the intake area. Like you heard earlier on, we have only one intake area. That's exactly where we are. It's called the Lulu intake. Apparently, I will do the intro, then I'll hand over to the operations manager. And again, we have some few engineers around who also walk us through for us to know exactly how the whole thing happens here, as far as the pumping aspect is concerned. Now, Borinale, ensure ye was set to Kenya camera say bafu, I may issue and Vana can show you say. Ni way bay, ni what bar and show me, allo what billion show, Bonia Feni in show, Abba, Songor. Or cat na can be a share, or use of tight say, get on a high tide there, or production department here, but indicating how I can be a me in show by Giddy Tomolia. Carry the best and mini, what Billy couldn't want you on in Shonway. The war in Shonway get what J. Billy Bear in Shonway a barbier first in the Lulu. keke from the lolo what pump shore kewo Songor mi or inse no nyina ejeme noji Songor nyina. Now before that Songor to nyina yefoni no efen time ni no nyina ni mo fanya wi age desert if you age no nyina no twa na mi dromo na ni oba as electric Ghana limited mene no eyi Songor mi fefel ni wo nyeme hu ya wu kani bi ye nya yudase no bone eyole bi ene tani man ha igbe man ha operations manager ni e work for true if you age no ni wona ngbe twa na mi je ne ken tutu bi ene yo first intake area no ku fiu pe bi ene ni nu endenche ya by gravity ke nu yi show yi ni babia eke koyo echile mini ke wumi let's blame masaninga ni wo ni yo ni ke we ni beni hu ke bale na kan ni ku force ni show ke ba na wa be ekun mini ke ya mini akrowa kokume to mo ka blame ke kopte copy ke kokume ni e affect ame obi pe ni na ke blame akeji agbele show keke nearby the community you be ke mini amena no because I feel the mechanical aspect I feel like ka gbele no ba shile na kai agbenu the quantum of water ni sane poti Songor mi enye ya me because covet mi ni ton ke ba bi ene covet bi enyope I wish I can na kan previous ni e ko enye ba na metane kenye you on machine ji pumping machine millions of dollars.
Ikeba taheji the capacity of the pumps pumps 3 ni ekomefe the capacity they pump per hour is 6.2 million liters. 6.2 million liters per hour. We were 3 it's about 18.6 million liters every hour. Songor, the surface area of the Songor that's about 10,400 acres. Ni isaniwo field ni eba top from 1.5 meters. The worker ome ni gravity eke few ni eke show I will me tomo 20 years ni ogbekuna. Aha I want ni electric mba worker that isaniwo he pumps big pumps worker ma show no. Ni egbla nu oni ba fe ni all the time obana nu ye Songor. Okwe bi oba ke agbene Songor restore community bi amefe ame fishing ne won ba be na ke gens every ko ame hello ni ame pe and it's all because any look and bar when let's restore the Songor so that the community will also benefit from it whilst we are also producing salt. The one benefit ni eba can community prior to electrochem coming here, so every 6 or 7 years Danny Obana can do few eba Songor minaka. Shini electrochem bar with the aid of our pumps all the time, all year round for Nuyemi. Ni this brine there and can feel on salt. The same brown okay have community say when I make a feel I'm a salt. Yeah, the edges of the concession. There's one big changer. Ni wakeba my name. We back in our work community affair. Mechanical engineer who need be if you are the few the man who see. So
thank you. Welcome. This is our booster pump station, which supplies the brine to our concession. Yes. You're with me. As I was saying, this is our booster pump station that supplies brine to our concession. It supplies that from Pacheko to Machakupe all the way to Abape. We have Abape 1, Abape 2. Yes, as my operations manager said, this pump has the capacity of 6.2 million liters per hour. Thank you.
The process is that we through earlier. This is the final destination because it is the desire of the company to get the purest salt out there, both locally and internationally. Hence, the construction of this particular area. what you're saying here, it's one in Ghana for that matter, and it's of international standard. The whole edifice is brand new from construction, to where we are. That's for your notice. Again, Keji work be there na that when ngoe ishi either export allo local market allo or West African market paramata continental level. Mass money my hand over my operations. Only people go through money ngoe fio ya bi ene. When on chon na afford where technical engineer we around. Now you are going to reach so quickly let me hand over to the precious Better. Okay,
two big washing lines. What you mean like here like the purpose is although we are producing quality salt, we want it to be more pure. So we produce quality salt, but we bring it here and then we wash it again. And the nature of the plant is that every hour, each of them can wash 125 tons of salt every hour. So combine the two, that's 250 tons of salt every hour. And we power it 24/7 stop until we have to do maintenance. So it's huge capacity. If you look at, my engineer will take you through the mechanism, but if you look at where we have stacked the concrete, that's where the salt washes, and then we stack the salt. Each platform can hold up to about 30,000-40,000 tons, and you have two of that. So this huge capacity, and it shows that we didn't come here to play. We came here to produce good quality salt in high volume that we can serve.
Hello, what is civil structural engineer. The salt washing process involves three main things: transport, washing, and then dewatering. So first of all, we dump at the hopper area, the structure you see behind me. We dump the salt there. A vibrating feeder will move it onto the conveyor belt, and then it goes into the washer. At the washer, it does two things. It does both physical and chemical washing. So the physical turns the salt white. That is appealing for the eye. And then the chemical also gets rid of the other compounds that crystallizes with the salt. So we have potassium chloride and other chemicals that we do not want. Our focus is sodium chloride. So the brine that we use to wash the salt to get rid of all the other chemicals that we are not interested in. Then from the washer, it moves to the dewatering area. That's a vibrating dryer, and then it dries off. And then from one conveyor belt to the other, it goes finally to the stockpile area. That is mostly what we do here. And then we have sieving processes. So like you just mentioned, we have a magnetic capture that will get rid of all metallic objects before it gets to the washer. And then vibrating dryer to get rid of both the soluble and then the insoluble components, so that our final product is international standard.
In the sense that no, it's not long time. She done in your work. Manu or me, go for no work. You can go interview about this Songor anywhere. You told the banner first. None in your name, why you chucking money? They no go be now. And then I know 54 years. My neighbor, I'm successful. They may be she will know alone.
When I never